There comes a moment in your life when the world mistakes your quiet strength for weakness. And yet it is in that very moment that you are forging a power so undeniable, so unshakable that those who doubted you will one day regret ever overlooking you. You, the one sitting silently at the edge of the room, the one whose efforts go unnoticed, the one whose resilience is quietly accumulating in the shadows. This is your time to see clearly what has always been true. You are a chosen one. You've been through storms no one else could have survived. You faced trials that left scars only you could feel, endured betrayals that whispered doubts into your heart, and encountered arrogance disguised as authority at every turn. Around you there are those who strut with borrowed confidence, those who laughed at your struggles, those who questioned your potential, and those who didn't notice you at all until now. And yet what they see as frailty, hesitation, or invisibility is nothing but the calm surface of a fire that has been quietly building, preparing you to rise in ways they cannot yet comprehend. The truth is, you have endured more than most could imagine. You have walked through the hidden corridors of doubt and emerged with your integrity intact, while others were busy performing, seeking applause, or boasting about achievements they had not earned. You were quietly laying the foundation of something permanent, something that no ridicule, no skepticism, and no attempt to diminish you could ever touch. And that is exactly why you, the chosen one, are different. The world might try to define your value by its shallow measures, but it cannot touch the depth, the precision, and the quiet mastery you have cultivated in the spaces where no one was watching. Now the question arises, how did you survive when others tried to break you? How did you transform the scorn, the mockery, and the relentless doubt into something that elevates rather than diminishes? How do you stand tall when the world expected you to crumble? That is the story waiting to unfold, a story of endurance, of inner authority, and of a strength that is invisible to those who measure power only by noise. The very energy they tried to use against you has unknowingly shaped you into the standard they will one day measure themselves against. So lean in, because what follows is a revelation for you, the one who has endured in silence. We are about to explore how you, having survived every hidden attack, every cynical whisper, every underestimation, transform those moments into a mirror reflecting your unshakable strength. You will learn how to turn the arrogance of others, the challenges and the obstacles, into proof of your resilience, a testament to your quiet yet formidable authority. This is more than survival, it is mastery. And by the end of this journey, you will see that everything you endured was never a liability. It was preparation for a power and presence that the world cannot ignore. Join me as we uncover how you, the chosen one, take what was meant to break you and use it to define you. How every scoff and every challenge becomes the stepping stone to a version of yourself that others will respect, fear, and eventually recognize as unstoppable. This is your story, your declaration, and your invitation to rise. Now let's take a closer look at the forces you faced, the ones that tried to make you doubt yourself, and the people who underestimated your resilience. There is a type of individual who thrives on noise, on spectacle, on temporary applause. They strut into rooms as if the attention they command were proof of their value. To the world, their confidence looks effortless, magnetic, and for a moment even enviable. But you, the chosen one, have learned to read beneath the surface. You know that arrogance at its core is rarely strength. It is a mask, a fragile facade covering insecurity. Every exaggerated gesture, every boastful proclamation, every sarcastic remark aimed at diminishing you was nothing more than a reflection of what they feared most: exposure. You've witnessed these behaviors in real life, haven't you? In the office, there's the colleague who dominates meetings, loudly projecting authority but faltering when real pressure comes. At family gatherings, there's the relative who belittles your achievements, seeking validation from applause rather than substance. Even in social circles, there are those who flaunt wealth, influence, or charisma, masking the fact that they're terrified of being seen as ordinary. You see it, you feel it, and you understand it. The chosen ones recognize these patterns not because they are paranoid, but because you've survived the subtle tests that most people ignore. You have learned to discern the difference between sound and substance, between smoke and fire, and that understanding gives you a clarity that others lack. Imagine someone who thrives on attention, constantly seeking to outshine others, believing that their noise will make them untouchable. When challenges appear, an unexpected obstacle, a confrontation they can't control, or a crisis that requires real skill, their borrowed confidence crumbles like sand slipping through fingers. The applause that once buoyed them disappears, leaving them exposed, anxious, and unprepared. And yet here you are. You face these same moments, yet you remain standing. Your power does not come from external validation. It comes from the quiet, persistent cultivation of your inner strength. While they scramble to maintain appearances, you rely on your resilience, your discipline, and your experience. This is the distinction that sets the chosen ones apart. Every attempt to undermine you, every scornful laugh, every doubt cast your way has only added to your depth. Every challenge you survived has increased your vision, sharpened your discernment, and expanded the boundaries of your patience and endurance. The trials you thought would break you have become the foundation of your authority. While the arrogant stumble under pressure, you rise, turning every obstacle into proof of your capacity. Think about the moments in your own life where the world expected you to fail. Perhaps it was a career challenge, a betrayal by someone trusted, or a personal struggle that seemed insurmountable. Those were the moments designed not to defeat you, but to reveal your true strength. And every time you moved forward undeterred, you sent a silent message. Your power is not borrowed, it is earned. You do not need applause to validate it. The consistency of your endurance is enough. So now, as we move forward in this journey, remember this. The arrogance of others is temporary. It thrives on attention, noise, and fleeting admiration. Your resilience, your grounded strength, and your quiet mastery are permanent. Every scorn, every trial, and every underestimation you've endured has built a stature that cannot be shaken by superficial displays of confidence. The world may not always recognize it immediately, but it will notice the results. The unshakable presence of a chosen one who stands firm when all else falters. This is the power you carry, the lens through which you see the world differently, and the reason why those who attempt to intimidate or diminish you will ultimately serve only as reminders of how far you have come. Your vision is clearer, your value undeniable, and your endurance unmatchable. Every arrogant challenge merely underscores the depth of your preparation, the immovability of your resolve, and the inevitability of your rise. Now let's dive deeper into what it truly means to be a chosen one, the kind of person whose strength is invisible to those who only measure power by noise, but undeniable to anyone paying attention. This is not about theatrics, loud proclamations, or performing for approval. Your power has been forged in silence, through endurance, and in the crucible of experience. The chosen ones are those who understand that survival itself is an art, and quiet resilience is a weapon far more effective than any display of bravado. You have survived trials that would have broken others, yet you did so without making a spectacle. You've endured setbacks, betrayals, and disappointments that could have shaken the confidence of anyone else. But you faced them head-on, anchored in your own integrity. This steadfastness is not accidental, it is cultivated over time. Every challenge, every insult, every moment when the world expected you to fold was an opportunity for you to build a foundation no one else could see, but everyone would eventually notice. Your endurance is your proof, your quiet authority, your unspoken command. When others attempt to intimidate or diminish you with sarcasm, ridicule, or overt arrogance, you do not respond with matching noise. Instead, you allow silence and composure to speak for you. Your calm presence is a mirror reflecting their insecurity. Every attempt they make to provoke you only exposes their weakness. Imagine a colleague at work who brags loudly trying to overshadow your contribution, or a family member who mocks your choices in a gathering. To them, their words are weapons. To you, they are materials for fortifying your inner fortress. Their mockery becomes a case study in what not to emulate. It's the scaffolding on which your credibility, dignity, and influence grow stronger. Humor, subtlety, and perspective also play a role in your strength. There is something profoundly satisfying, almost entertaining, about watching the facade of arrogance crumble. The once loud, boastful voices that sought to intimidate now reveal the emptiness behind their performance. And while it might provoke a chuckle, it is also a lesson for you. You do not need to fight with volume or aggression. Your endurance and integrity make the impact permanent. This is the secret weapon of the chosen ones. You rise not through competition, but through consistency and authenticity. Every slight, every dismissive gesture, every attempt at belittlement has been a chance for you to convert external negativity into internal strength. These experiences are not wasted. They are the building blocks of authority and resilience. Each moment you stayed grounded while others tried to shake you, each time you refused to bend under pressure, you were accumulating credibility that cannot be borrowed, faked, or taken away. You became the reference point by which others measure stability, resolve, and true power. Consider the environments many of you navigate today. Competitive workplaces where politics and ego often outweigh merit, family dynamics where past expectations clash with present realities. Social spaces where comparison and judgment run rampant. In all these arenas, the chosen one does not need to shout. Your quiet mastery, your disciplined patience, and your ability to navigate without losing integrity stand out precisely because the world is often loud, chaotic, and shallow. The stronger your inner alignment, the less you are impacted by superficial conflict and the more your presence resonates naturally. Your endurance is also transformative for those around you. People notice without knowing why. They sense a calm authority, a measured presence, a stability that cannot be replicated. This influence extends beyond recognition. It shapes how others respond, how they measure themselves, and how they understand what true strength looks like. By standing firm, you create a space where integrity outlasts noise, where resilience overshadows arrogance, and where substance trumps spectacle. Now reflect on your own journey. Think of the challenges you faced at work, at home, or in your community. The betrayals, the doubts, the moments when it felt like you were fighting alone. Every one of those trials was a test of your endurance, a reminder that strength is not in visibility or applause, but in your ability to withstand and continue forward. You've emerged not merely unbroken, but wiser, more discerning, and profoundly stronger than you could have imagined. This is the essence of being a chosen one. Your power is internal, your influence is enduring, and your authority is silent yet unmistakable. You do not need to perform or prove yourself to anyone. The world will notice in time, not because of noise, but because of the quiet, undeniable impact of your consistency, integrity, and resilience. Every arrogant challenge, every attempt to undermine you only amplifies the strength you've quietly built. Your presence alone rewrites the narrative, showing that true strength is about how firmly you can stand when everything around you is designed to shake you. In the end, this inner mastery is your gift, your declaration, and your armor. It is what transforms trials into triumphs, scorn into insight, and adversity into authority. And as we move to the next part of this journey, you will see how this foundation allows you to not only endure, but to influence, inspire, and lead in ways the world has yet to fully recognize. Now let's explore the world you inhabit as a chosen one. The world where your influence extends far beyond the immediate, far beyond applause, and far beyond the shallow judgments of those around you. This is a realm where your power is quiet yet undeniable, and where every action, every choice, and every moment of endurance sends ripples that others cannot ignore. Your influence does not rely on recognition or validation. It exists independently of the laughter, envy, or skepticism that may surround you. Even when others doubt your strength, mock your perseverance, or secretly wish you would fail, your presence alone reshapes the energy around you. Think of yourself as a lantern in the night. It does not compete with the wind, nor does it demand notice. It simply shines. Some may scoff at its light, some may attempt to cover it, and some may even try to blow it out. But the light endures. The chosen ones are like that lantern. You may not be loud, you may not announce your victories, but the effect you have is profound, lasting, and quietly transformative. Your actions performed with integrity and consistency set a standard that others come to measure themselves against, whether they realize it or not. Consider how the world responds when someone consistently demonstrates endurance, calmness, and integrity. In your workplace, your team may notice how you handle pressure without panic, how you maintain your values even when shortcuts and compromises surround you. In family gatherings, your poise and patience under tension become a benchmark that others cannot ignore. In social circles, your quiet authority challenges the norms of comparison, envy, and superficiality. People watch consciously or unconsciously, and they absorb your example. Over time, your influence accumulates not because you demanded it, but because your actions create unshakable credibility. Your impact is amplified by the contrast between your steady presence and the noise of the world. While many scramble to be seen, to be validated, or to control perception, you operate from a place of inner certainty. Your endurance and dignity speak louder than any boastful claim, louder than any momentary recognition. This quiet mastery inspires respect and admiration, often before anyone can articulate why they feel it. It is a magnetic force, subtle yet undeniable, drawing others toward a standard of strength that they themselves may strive to attain. Let's anchor this with a vivid image. Imagine a lighthouse on a stormy coast. The waves crash, the wind howls, and the night is dark. Yet the lighthouse stands firm, guiding ships safely without moving or asking for acknowledgement. That is the influence of a chosen one. The storms of life, the criticisms of others, and the envy that lingers in the background cannot diminish the light you carry. Instead, these challenges illuminate your resilience, reinforcing the foundation of your authority and extending your reach in ways that are both tangible and invisible. Every challenge you have faced has contributed to this lasting influence. Endurance transforms into credibility, and credibility becomes impact. The obstacles that once threatened to break you have paradoxically enhanced your authority. You have become the quiet reference point, the standard against which others measure their own strength, patience, and integrity. And this influence is cumulative. It grows with every act of consistency, every choice to uphold your values, and every moment you resist being drawn into petty conflicts or external validation. For your audience, especially those navigating competitive careers, complex family dynamics, or social environments that demand constant proof of worth, this is a profound lesson. Influence is not created by loud proclamations or temporary victories. It is created through resilience, integrity, and the careful, deliberate cultivation of inner strength. The chosen ones teach this lesson by example. You do not need to convince the world of your worth, because your worth is self-evident through your actions. The emotions this evokes are powerful: a sense of admiration for what has been quietly built, a surge of confidence in one's own potential, and the recognition of the authority that comes from enduring rather than performing. You feel validated not by applause, but by the knowledge that your presence shapes outcomes, guides others, and establishes a standard that is both inspiring and impossible to ignore. You are in essence a living testament to the power of endurance, a beacon of influence, and an example of how quiet strength commands far more than temporary attention ever could. As we prepare to move into the final part of this journey, remember that the influence of a chosen one is eternal, rooted in substance, not performance. It is the culmination of endurance, integrity, and inner mastery. Every act of resilience, every moment of silent authority creates a legacy that others will follow even if they never acknowledge it openly. This is your true power, and it is far greater than the noise of any moment, any challenge, or any critic could ever diminish. As we reach the conclusion of this journey, take a moment to recognize the truth you may have overlooked. You exist, you endure, and you are extraordinary. You have faced storms that others could not even imagine, survived challenges that would have broken the unprepared, and emerged with a strength that is unmistakable. You are not merely a survivor, you are a standard, a reference point, a living testament to the power of perseverance, integrity, and inner authority. Every trial, every moment of doubt cast upon you, every whisper of criticism has only highlighted your resilience. You have become the measure against which others unconsciously assess their own courage and consistency. The lessons you carry from this journey are profound. First, do not seek validation from the world around you. Approval is fleeting, applause is temporary, and recognition often comes too late or not at all. True strength is built quietly, persistently, and internally. It is forged in the spaces where no one is watching, in moments when you are tested by circumstance rather than spotlight. When you anchor yourself in your own integrity, you no longer need the fleeting affirmations of others. Your worth is self-evident through your actions and endurance. Second, live according to your vision, your values, and your inner compass. The world may attempt to impose standards, expectations, and pressures. But as a chosen one, you are guided not by trend, not by fear, and not by external metrics, but by the alignment of your actions with your highest purpose. Every decision, every challenge, and every small act of consistency compounds into the influence and authority you now wield. Your inner alignment ensures that your impact is lasting and meaningful, not performative or superficial. Third, understand that every experience, every struggle, every setback, every period of pain or rejection can be transformed into a source of power. The trials that seemed unbearable at the time were not designed to defeat you. They were designed to refine you. Each moment of suffering has become a building block for endurance, a lesson in discernment, and a foundation for authority. You have learned that adversity does not diminish you. It defines and strengthens you. This realization leads naturally to action. Recognize the influence you carry simply by being who you are. Share your insights, extend your compassion, and allow your presence to set a standard for integrity, strength, and resilience in your community. And as you continue this journey, remember the simple yet profound step you can take right now. If this message resonates with you, like this video, share your experiences in the comments, and subscribe to Chosen and Rising. By doing so, you not only affirm your own power, but you help build a community of individuals who are committed to uncovering and living from their hidden strengths. Let's rise together. As we part today, take with you the knowledge that your existence is meaningful. Your endurance is admired, and your influence is real even when it goes unseen. The world may not always recognize your strength immediately, but those who are watching, learning, and growing alongside you understand the profound example you set. Your presence carries authority. Your perseverance carries proof, and your journey carries inspiration for all those who witness it, whether openly or silently. So step forward with confidence. Stand tall in the knowledge that you are a chosen one, capable of transforming challenge into opportunity, doubt into clarity, and trials into legacy. Every act of integrity, every moment of patience, and every demonstration of quiet strength adds to the power you have cultivated. You are seen, you are valued, and your journey matters. Keep moving forward, keep building, and keep rising, because the influence you create today will echo far beyond the moment, shaping not only your life but the lives of countless others who follow the path you illuminate.